Dear sisters and brothers in Jesus Christ, when we visit the city of Rome and St. John Lateran Basilica, we can find a beautiful inscription on the front of this St. John Lateran Basilica. It is written, "This church is the mother and head of all the churches of the city and of the world." Yes, today we are celebrating the dedication of St. John Lateran Basilica. When we celebrate this feast, immediately a thought will come to our mind. We, the people of God, who are expected to worship God, is now celebrating a structure. Why we are celebrating a structure? But it is not merely a structure. St. John Lateran Basilica stands as a symbol of the very people of God, built on Jesus Christ. We, the members of the church, are the mystical body of Jesus Christ. And in today's gospel, Jesus is chasing all kinds of traders and money exchangers from the very temple area. Because instead of worship, we can find all kinds of noise and trade and commerce in the very temple area. The very purpose of the temple of God is worship of God, not anything else. So whenever we shift our focus from worship of God to something else, we are not consecrating our own self to God, but we are desecrating the temple of God itself. So we have a beautiful example from the history. Pope Innocent III had a terrifying vision when he was sleeping. So this very John Lateran Basilica was leaning, cracking, and about to crumble to the ground. So it was indeed a terrifying vision. But immediately a poor man dressed in rags is coming forward, stepping forward, and placing his own back towards this leaning and failing structure and trying to push this structure upright. And with the help of this poor man, the St. John Lateran Basilica stood upright. The very next day, when Pope was sitting on his throne, on his chair, this poor man was coming in front of him. And this was St. Francis of Assisi. He was begging before Pope that he must obtain a permission for a simple life with his companions, with his brothers. So with this request, St. Francis stood before Pope. Pope immediately recognized this poor man. This very poor man was the one who tried to push the Lateran Basilica upright. And we can find strength of God not anywhere else but in humble and simple people. Whenever we consider this particular feast and this particular episode from the history, we can apply it to our own lives. We are called to be poor Francis in order to uplift our own soul and our own parish and our own houses or our own homes. Whenever we choose patience over anger, we are pushing upright our own homes. And whenever we choose service over complaint, we are pushing our parish upright. And whenever we choose prayer and silence over a digital noise, all kinds of commercials and all kinds of materialism and individualism, we are pushing our own soul upright. So sometimes we are too much materialistic. We are seeking the pleasures of this world. And sometimes we are so individualistic. Whenever we look for our own pleasure, our own happiness, instead of looking for the happiness of the people around us. So whenever we choose this prayer and silence over individualism and materialism and all kinds of digital noise, we are pushing our own soul upright. According to Saint Paul, we ourselves are the temple of the God and temple of the Holy Spirit. So if we are ready to choose prayer and silence and humility and humble life over digital noise, individualism and selfishness and materialism, we are pushing our soul upright, and we are making our own body and soul as the temple of the Holy Spirit. So today's feast is giving us this powerful lesson. We are expected to be the temple of God, but instead of being the temple of God, sometimes we become the marketplace where we can find all kinds of filthy things or noises, digital noise, social media, individualism, materialism. So whenever there is materialism, individualism and all kinds of digital noise, we are becoming like marketplace. We are expected to be the temple of God. The very purpose of our body and soul is the worship of God, not anything else. So let us have this lesson in our mind as we celebrate this feast. May God bless each and every one of us.